Just wanted to give you guys an idea of a good sign. Like, I've been wanting to go through here forever. It's just really hard. It's private property. There's a house right over there, and then up above it gets amazing, but there's all these signs. I'm not going to show them to you because I have to keep stopping the bike and like taking my gloves off, getting the camera out just to show you one thing. But this one was kind of cool. I figured I'd show it to you. Now, although it's small, it's to me something that hardly anyone will ever notice. But it's a tree completely upside down. You see that pine tree? It's dead, but it's completely upside down. And you can see as it goes through up top. And then you can see, I can't get out, I'm sitting on my bike, but if I was to walk over there, you'd see the end of it comes out and sticks out the other side, and it's completely wedged in there. It's just bizarre. And then I got all these other little things, like if you go down along I'm just going, 10 miles an hour looking over, and you'll just see bends and little tiny X's and upside down this and bent this. And so it just tells me this is a great little spot. What I'm guessing is at nighttime, they may come down here a little bit and watch the road. They love to watch the roads because game, even in the summertime, will walk down a road at night, especially at night when there's no humans around, because it's just easy walking. And I've noticed over and over that these Sasquatch set up, I call it blinds or hunting blinds, which I don't see here, but especially on the dirt roads, they will set these hunting blinds up, and I can see the game tracks, and I know what they're doing. I mean, it's just common sense in that situation, that there's some kind of hunting technique or watching technique or something going on. So pretty cool, right? I mean, yeah, it's boring, but you know what? There's no way in the whole world, there's no way that tree could be that straight up. It's literally almost straight up in the air. And then, of course, it leans into the tree at the top to wedge. That could have happened without something doing it. It's impossible. I mean, the human couldn't pick that up. It's the thing's like, 50 feet long, I'm thinking. And who would, right? So that was just cool. I was going to show you that. All right, I'm heading to another spot. I got to grab my snowshoes, I think, and hopefully it's good. It's a new spot. Bye. All right, so finally in the snow. I'm in 5 feet of snow, 4 feet of snow, something like that. Enough to go right up to my crotch every time I fall in with 1 foot. But I did go home and get my snowshoes, so I'm good. And I'm on structures. And here's the amazing thing. I mean, look, the highway's not far. I've been eyeing up this spot for quite some time. I think Dan's done a little bit of investigation in here on his own. It starts right away. It's unbelievable. I mean, look at the curves up. Look at the one. See, it's just being held up by the one stick there. I got X's, crisscrosses, everything is bent, and this is a great sign for me to keep going. I'm sure there's this big rock face cliff up here, and I'm willing to bet that wood line above is just outstanding, just based on what I'm seeing here. This is the beginning. This is the outskirts of their structures, and I'm seeing all kinds of stuff. Feet are getting wet. I didn't wear waterproof boots. Bummer. I'll deal with it though. So look at that. I think Dan actually filmed that structure. It's a little bit more interesting without the snow. You're missing the whole bottom of it. But basically that entire structure is being held up by, where is it? Right there, that one log. I see it too often where it's just not going to happen in nature by accident, where an entire structure is being held up by one stump. I mean, I see it too much, and it's always one of the structures. So I'm guessing I'm missing tons of stuff on the ground right here. I would love to go up there, way up there. We'll see what happens today. Well, I'm just happy to see something in the snow right now. And you can see this, like none of this is pretty at all, but I mean, really look at that. It's like interwoven, twisted stuff. To me, normally, this kind of stuff, when I see this, it's just a mess. I typically will get timestamps. Something's going on here in the winter. I don't see any activity whatsoever on the ground here. So I'm not expecting any right now. But I do get lots of timestamps in these clustery like blobs of trees. All right, where do I go now. All right, over and out. Look at that incredible bend uphill. All right, now, you guys, you gotta trust me here, okay? It's not snow load, it's not wind. Snow here is not heavy, it's powder. Nothing. Snow in Colorado does not bend trees, okay? This is not New Jersey. Our power lines don't fall, our power doesn't go out, nothing, okay? So that one's being, see how it has a nice arch to it? You can always tell by the nice arch. It's being literally bent up a hill. I'm gonna walk up there and see if it's tucked under. And the reason I say trust me on this one is because it's the next stage. It's right above. The last clip is right in there. And we had that mess of whatever it was. And then bam, you have another one. And where is it pointing? Right above. So step one, I saw my structures. I know to follow that straight up. Boom, if I didn't see something, maybe here or over, I would have maybe went to the right. But this thing is clearly telling me to go that way. So I'm gonna go up and above, and I'll bet you there'll be something else. So cool, exciting. All right, so this is really cool, okay? Look, just take a look at that. You guys, you can't tell looking up, but it's about that steep. Let's see. It's pretty steep, let's put it that way. Now, what do we got? Break right there. Where's my finger? Right there. Blatant break, bend, and then another big tree pushed uphill to hold the bend. Simply amazing. And then, you know, the extra confirmation really is just this guy right here. I mean, come on. To me, this is as good as it gets. I love this. This is telling me, you know, I'm 110% sure that I'm going the right way. So that's exciting. And I'm just really happy to be seeing new stuff. And it's really not that bad walking in snowshoes. Just the hill's killing me, that's all. Even stuff like this, you guys, okay? Look, hold on. Right next to that, you'll have just a common little blatant leaner uphill. It goes over one branch. Where am I? Somewhere in there. It goes over one branch, it gets tucked under another one, and you can see the tip of it. Where is it? Right there. It comes out around. So blatant. See, honestly, most Bigfoot people wouldn't even notice that, or would just write it off. But I'm telling you, they did that. And I'm guessing this one as well. See that one right there? You guys, those sticks just fall down. I mean, they do it on purpose, and you can see how it's all just same thing in between each branch, so it stays there forever, or as long as possible. All right, so that's really cool. Stage 1, stage 2. I'm just making up stages, and hopefully 3. So I'll turn it back on in a minute. I just want to show you what I think is an amazing spot. Without being there. I don't know if you can tell how high up that is, but I believe that's the opposite side of Predator Hill. That, and then as you go up over that ridge line the whole way behind there, you can't really see it right there. And then you can kind of get an idea there. It's got to be out of control. I got to get, Dan actually lives right near there. But I'll tell you, the access is near impossible. But I will get there. I will get there. It's no surprise to me that where I am right now, this is actually public. I mean, there's tons of people walk right not too far from here all year round, in the snow, in the summer, and it's really open. There's nothing over there. You come this way, you can tell there's been like one skier here. You can kind of see his old tracks. One skier all winter came through here, which tells me probably the same type of activity in the summer. It's just off trail. You're not going to come in here. You're going to be where everyone else is, having fun, playing frisbees and playing with your dog. That's why they can be this close. It's really cool. So these spots up here are just literally out of control. So what I was saying was, it's no surprise that it's activity here, because my Holy Cross Wilderness, Oh God, I don't know how many miles it is. Miles and miles straight that way through the forest. Miles, like just of forest, nothing else. You'll come to my areas in Holy Cross Wilderness, and those places are, I don't want to say infested, over, just so many of them there. I don't want to say overrun either. I don't want to insult them. So, this would be no shock that this is the back of the woods from Holy Cross, 5 miles away, and it's got to be good. And I'm already seeing signs, and I'm in this transitional thing. And I'd like to make it to those big trees right there. Those are some really big trees. So I usually don't see that much activity. You know, these smaller trees, maybe 20, 30 years old or so. Oh, I am seeing a pretty good bend right there. All right, now let me re-explain, you guys. When you see a bend like that, I can't even see it on the screen. I'm hoping you can see it. It's bent and it's twisted backwards. There's also another one down there. You know it's them. There's no way to bend. These pine trees are like, you guys, I was an excavator. I owned a landscape company. You name it. I dealt with trees constantly. They are so strong. They are so strong. Especially pine trees. They don't just fall down in the wind. Or get bent. That's for sure. Wow, look how gorgeous, you guys. With the sun out. It's windy, so I'm hoping my voice, I'm trying to talk close, I'm hoping it's not. I noticed yesterday's audio was terrible. So up and over, I think Callie and I don't know if you can see, I was filming before, I think that's where we're gonna go, if he's still on board with me. We're doing like a 2 or 3 day hike straight into nowhere. And I believe that will produce some of the best videos I've ever taken. You know, you got to be out here at night. Nighttime is when them, and I believe any other creature we don't know about is most likely active, right? Because we're not, certainly not here. All right. You guys, thanks for listening to me just ramble on and on sometimes. I really appreciate it. I know that sometimes it's good just to shut up, but I can't help it when I'm in these areas. Like if I tried to talk to you walking down the street with this camera, I'd be like, here, God, it just comes to me. Like I could just talk forever because it's just so exciting. I can see stuff way up there. Man, that's gonna be brutal. Let me go over here a little bit. All right, check this out. Same thing. Another way to come up. So what this is telling me, and I'm just simply using my experience, I'm not stating facts or whatever. You know, this is the right track. They're just going to have little signs like that hardly anyone in the world would even look at. That wasn't looking for Bigfoot. And they'll just have subtle little signs, but those subtle little signs are so important because it means that there's something really good not far away. It might be far away from me right now, but as far as in terms of just being able to walk up there, but something's close. And I would use that, you know, when you guys are out looking for stuff. I'm not trying to be a teacher either, but when you guys are out looking for stuff, because I get sent structures all the time, and I see structures that are so good. You guys, by the way, I have been seeing this year, really, like just regular people that just never were going to do this are out getting the best stuff. It's amazing, and I recognize the structures. I see the same exact structures. I mean, they have their own little personal twist on them, like a little signature, but they're the same thing. They mean the same thing. And I'm trying to convince some of those people that just from reading those structures, even though I don't know what I'm reading, I know that those structures are indicating a better area nearby. And sometimes people don't realize that. They'll look around in a circle, see nothing, that there's a transition, and you have to find where that transition goes. You gotta go to the next spot. It's not just those structures, I promise. There's always a better spot. Those are just leading you there. Try to remember that, because I'm seeing these pictures and I know people could get stuff it's way better that's nearby. And I'm not telling most of you guys anything, but mostly just for people that are starting to go out and do this. I'm just trying to save you a couple minutes, that's all. Because, you know, you're going to figure this all out by yourself anyway if you're into this. But like Rio, you know, he, you know, he's kind of the one that, you know, he's a smart guy. He was easy to listen to. I for some reason was drawn right into him. I listened to every word he said. And I do things now, we're a lot different, me and him, but it was him that led me to where I am. I'm giving him the credit because he got me down the right path. I kind of took my own. I think you have to take your own because you're in a different area than that person. But you know, I really credit. I don't know if he knows that. But I really credit him for pointing me in the right direction. It's a marker if I've ever seen one. All right, so I'd love to get to these trees right here. I'm gonna at least do that and take a peek inside. This looks to me like some kind of a trail. I don't know, like there's a ranger station below me. That's where I parked. And more bends are here. So guys, I know this isn't that exciting, but it is for me because I haven't been out all winter. And I'm in a new spot. And this is telling me that I gotta come back here when there's no snow and go up in those woods and go above that mountain. And I'll bet you I find a new Bigfoot world up there. What do you want to bet? Damn, how do I climb up that? I don't know if you guys can see how bumpy that is. I gotta get up there. All right, over now. Hey, all right. So, all right, I'm definitely seeing something. Now, this is, I mean, this is not easy in here. You could walk right through here and not see some of this stuff. Okay, look at those aspens right there. The typical three, like, what they were trying to do is make how they do those teepee, like the three leans that look like a teepee. I have like 100 different pictures of them, and it looks exactly like it, except they've kind of funkied it up at the top. So blatantly them. People were like, that's where the portals are. I'm like, I've tried. It doesn't work. These guys are a little messy. I believe this is them too. See how this, look at this one just snapped. It's not even from anything here. And then it's amazing because the top side, all the bark, it's just been like ripped off. It almost looks like something runs right up there. And really, I turned this on just to film. There's this opening in the tree. Check it out. It's like a little perch. And I just turned the camera on. They're not even. I'm passing all kinds of structures like this that I'm not filming because it's just not that exciting. But you got to keep in mind this tree, and that tree are all going uphill, and then this one's been pushed that way. And I mean, I guess you could call that an X, right? It's a big one. And you see how all of these other trees, look at, it's not just three of them. Look at them all. See all these in here? 1, 2. And at the top, they all meet to make one giant teepee at the bottom. See that? You see how they come down there, they come down there, they come down here? It's really cool. I mean, I barely saw it. You could easily miss stuff like that. No, it's not the wind, okay? What's that? I'm gonna say alarm clock. A squirrel. Pretty sure I saw what I think were footprints back there. They're blatantly footprints. They just have been melted. I was so out of breath I didn't even turn my camera on. And you can't see toes or anything. So again, get the same thing going right there. Wherever that squirrel is. Just an unusual bunching in the trees. And I'm also seeing like some strange looking like branches in there, almost like a structure or something. I don't want to go that way right yet. check it out. Wow, I cannot believe I didn't see it. You guys, I'm so glad I saw this now and not when I got home. Look at this. Okay, that's an X. Sorry, I get excited. Okay, now check this out. You gotta be discreet. I mean, these guys are discreet and insane at the same time. Okay, you see this one here? Okay, it goes all the way up. Same thing with the other one on the outside. One's pushed uphill. Ignore all the stuff in the middle. Look what it makes at the top. An unbelievable X. You can see that's the one, and that's the other over there, and right there it just makes, I mean, I'm talking about if none of that stuff was there and it was just those two, it might be one of the most amazing X's I've ever seen. But so discreet. Look at that. What is that? So what this is telling me, you guys, is that up there is really good. That's all it's telling me. I've been seeing it in stages just like I do everywhere else. You know, especially on the hills, I see stages all the way up. So, cool. This has been really hard work, you guys. Let me tell you, going to my job, it's way easier than this, okay? No one has ever accused me of wanting to do this for money. Thank God I just heard, you hear rumors like that. Oh, he's just trying to make money. It's not like that with me. I swear to God to you guys. I could just get a paycheck. My job, I'm in property management, is so easy. It's ridiculous. This is hard. I mean, I can't even tell you how hard this can be some days. But it's fun, I love it. So don't ever think that I'm trying to make money, because there's not many ways to make money doing this. And it's just simply not my agenda. I'll never forget that guy. I do forget his name, but back in the beginning, I was getting all those great structures in Bigfoot Universe. He's like, listen, man, you got to film in the trees. He's like basically like, listen, idiot, point the camera in the trees. So I've been doing that ever since. So that guy, he might hear this and tell me that was me, because he did one other time, and I was like, oh yeah. And this time, if you do watch this, let me know, and I'll save your name, because for some reason, that one random comment I never forgot. I mean, I always, thought to do it occasionally, but now I'm like always thinking about it. Awful lot of activity. Oh, it was a elk, maybe a deer. Looks like it must be an elk. I was in here eating and I just turned the camera off, but I turned it right back on, because there's the left side of that one big X, right? It's right there. I was just talking to you guys right there. Now I just happened to gaze over, and I see again what's in the middle of over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like 5. Just trees leaning like a teepee against the big tree. So blatant to me, anyway. All right, this is so good. I don't know how far I'm going to make it up, but I know I want to make it up there. I don't know if you can see with the camera. There's this rock face back there. And then this insane tree line starts. And it's just never ending behind there. And I just know, I know how good it is up there. I'm getting overwhelming confirmations in my gut right now that is where I need to go. Well, unfortunately, I'll probably not be able to do it until the snow's gone, and I'd like to bring Dan with me on that one. I just talked to him. I called Dan just now. I talked to Callie on speakerphone while I was walking up, and I just talked to Dan while I was walking up as well. So, gives you an idea that, behind the scenes, that, how excited we are. Like, this is, I don't put on a show here, you guys. That I just am doing what I would do even if I didn't put it on YouTube. I'd be like, yo, Dan, check out my video. Just for him, I'm a shy guy. I don't like to be on videos. nice in here. Okay, it's a very breezy day. In here, there's not. Look at the leaves. Nothing. It's so protected in here. I like it. All right, so my only real problem right now is my toes. I got these shitty Walmart, $90 Walmart snowshoes that actually were pretty good. But you can see, even though these are pretty nice boots, they're just not waterproof, and my toes are actually freezing right now. I'm soaking wet, but I don't care. And I'm riding my motorcycle home. You know, I may just run the camera. Maybe I'll put up a long video. I don't know. If it's boring, you guys, just forward it. I don't have nothing else to say. I have people like, no, Mark, we really like you when you talk. And I'm like, really? And, you know, then I have other people who are like, shut up. So it just depends on, on who you're talking to, I guess. You can never make everybody happy. You guys, it's like the president, right? I'm not comparing myself to him, but look, you're never going to have a president where we're all happy, right? Someone's always going to be pissed. And it's kind of like Bigfoot researchers. It's like, you know, I look at some of them like, I don't know how people watch that guy. He doesn't do anything. And, you know, other people will be like, dude, you're doing the greatest job and things like that. So I think it's just, you know, people, we all connect differently with different people, I guess. Oh, who knows? I'm not here to impress anybody with my personality. I just want you guys to see how cool this is. And experience a true case of ADHD. Let me tell you, I think Rio just makes that up. That dude's smart, man. He's got a real brain on him. And he always says ADD, but he doesn't know what ADD is. Trust me, I'm ADD. he might have a slight case of it, but he's also very smart. I consider myself a little more street smart than I do book smart. And my brain spins around like a million miles an hour. All right, I'll click on when I get to this forest right here. All right, this is getting kind of cool in here. I'm up here. I mean, I don't know if you can hear the cars, but I've really walked. I'm about 2 miles, maybe a mile and a half up the hill in snow. Little bend going uphill, and it's getting really foresty and eerie. And I've been seeing behind me I just heard something a lot. It was probably nothing. I was talking. Oh man, I get the vibes in here so much. I'm not kidding. Look, can you see? Well, my shirt was on, but my hairs are just, I'm not controlling this, you guys. I'm not nervous. Nothing. There's an energy that they give off. I don't know if it's Sasquatch or it's my hairs are just starting to stand. Look. I'm not doing this. I'm not even nervous. Look at them. They're standing up. I'm not doing this. I'm so glad I was able to film this. This happens to me, I shouldn't say all the time, but it happens to me a lot. I just heard a blatant noise to my left when it was a vocal. But since I was talking like an idiot, look at that. Look, I'm not nervous, you guys. I want to go, you know, jump on one of these guys' laps and give him a hug, okay? There's like this energy. There's a lot of people, researchers out there that understand the energy thing, and they're like totally into it, and they kind of keep it to themselves because it's really hard to try to explain to someone about that and have them believe you. Get something going. It's probably natural. Not only is this kind of in here, it's really different, and got these big boulders and kind of cool. Oh man, I'm telling you, I'm being watched. I know because you catch on after a while. It's like, you know, from my Bigfoot universe, I know them really well, and they do stuff there to me no other Bigfoots will do to me. And I've kind of learned a lot from them, and it's a lot of stuff, you guys, I can't tell you because I want to tell you, but you just, even my own mother would probably be like, listen, you know, like, yeah, you might need some help. So I'm hoping that gradually they'll let me film that stuff. And, you know, I'm like, Dan, please just go by yourself without a camera up there. You can't be there with me. He's like, no, I won't. He won't do it. Because he knows. Why would I make this up? Have someone go up there, have these people come out here that are paying me a lot of money and spending a lot of money just to be here in hotels and stuff like that. Because they know, you know, you think I would try to fool these people? These are smart people coming out here. And, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be able to fool anybody. This is going to be so cool. I am so excited that you guys maybe can hear somebody that isn't me, you know, up here. I think that'll be cool. I'm really looking forward to, you know, it's up to them whether they want to be on video or not. Some might not. And if they do, great, because I would love to have them talk to you about this. So blatant. Another one right next to it, bent over. So blatant. Look, you guys know, right? You could take that thing and bend it all the way down pretty much and it doesn't break and it just goes right back up. These things are like rubber. Something grabbed there and something grabbed somewhere up here and just went. If you bend it, it ends up like that. Something did that on purpose. And I'm gonna, as much as I really want to go that way, I'm gonna go ahead and just follow that sign, mostly because it's easier. All right, I guess a long video. Why not? Oh man, it's deep here. Man, this camera does zoom really well. Bigfoot universe, look out. See, most of the action happens when I'm doing the gifting, and if you guys notice, there's not many gifting videos of me. I do it privately because it's just my own little thing. And I want to. It's just started off being too hard to film it because I'm gifting them, and that was my own little personal time with them. And then the last few times I went back to the gift rock, they would go insane. As soon as I showed up, they'd all run over. You can feel it, hear them, watch tree branches swing, and there's nothing there. It's amazing, okay? That's all I'll tell you. So that's when I get my action, and people, you know, I've told people, like, dude, just run over to them. They're right there. They're 10 feet away from you. I'm like, trust me, there's not a person in the world that would do it. Because why? Because all of that time I spent there with them, all that trust would be broken. They do not want me to do that. I can promise you. They don't want their faces on film. I feel like they give me some pictures sometimes. Like, hey, check this out. You know, it's not perfect, but I'll give you this. But it's been made very clear. I've heard it through medians, through like all kinds of different people. That these guys love when I look at the structures, but they do not want me filming their faces. Most people won't even look at that to me. So blatant. Look at that. It's twisted. I mean, that was twisted. Nothing else does that, you guys. I'm telling you. Except creatures of the forest. Another bend right there. That's an aspen bend. Cool. This is so exciting. I can't believe I did this today. Or I found this place today. I knew about it, but it was just a matter of getting here. Alright, let me turn it off. I love when I get to these green areas. I can tell that the ground is really green. My Sasquatch, the real Bigfoots, not these other creatures, but the real Bigfoots, this is where they hang out. They love The very close proximity trees, but real green, soft grass underneath. Up here, at least. That's why my Bigfoot don't leave many footprints, because it's so hard here. At the same time, it's very soft because it has like a grass, like a weedy grass, and you could walk on that with 1,000,000 pounds, and the grass just comes right back up. That's Bigfoot universe. They just love it. All right, so check this out. Now, I just filmed a couple breaks 50 feet from here below. So blatant. Dude, what is blatant about that? Can you tell me? Seriously. Trivia question. I'm waiting. What is so blatant about that besides it just being bent and twisted? You can't. I can see the twist. You probably can't. It's twisted. What's so blatant about it? Look at the branch. That's the part that's hanging down is still perfectly alive and growing. I notice they do that quite often. They'll manipulate trees in unbelievable ways, but they'll do it so the tree does not die. Now, of course, they use in structures dead trees, but they also, when they do it to this, I see them want to save the tree because they want it to grow up and they want it to keep doing what it's doing. This one's blatantly just bent over. But see, do you see the arch? It's arched. It's not from snow load, and I'm willing to bet that tip is underneath like a log or something. And if that wasn't good enough for you, right behind there. Where is it? I'm not seeing it. Where is it? There it is. There's an X. It's not the most perfect X because of the one stick they use, but I'm pretty sure, based on, like I've said 1,000,000 times, I wouldn't think too much of that one, even though I'm pretty sure they did that. Except when I see all that behind it. I see this, I see like 20 things below it. Then I'm like, you know what, that's got to be them, It's not always done perfect. It's just it just means something. It doesn't have to be outstanding every single time, I don't think. All right, so this is what I believe. I kind of said it already. Sorry, a lot of talking today, you guys. I've had a whole winter that, my brain's going to explode here. So just bear with me, and I promise the next videos I'll try to keep it to a dull roar. Literally, from the time you enter the forest down below, there's stages, and they come up, and there's just little signs here and there, little hangouts maybe. It's hard to tell because of the snow. I can't see what's underneath these structures. There's probably all kinds of cool stuff around these. That I'm just not going to see in the snow. So it's 100% confirmation for me that I need to keep going up that hill. And I think I already knew that because based on what I know is 5 miles behind it, and those woods don't change at all. So I just know Structure City from here on. And me and Dan will try to get up here as soon as we can. I'm guessing it'll be May before we do. Something like that, depending on weather. And we got to get up there somehow. So I believe, and I'll show you if I'm wrong. I really will, because I'm so sure of it. I'm so sure of it that I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to make a fool of myself. So what I'll do is, the few people that will even remember, I'll remind you when I finally do go in there that I promised you that there's stuff in those woods without seeing it. Just because I know. I already know. It's going to, not just stuff, but it's going to be mind-blowing stuff. And if it's not, I'll show you. Be like, look, I was wrong. I'm the first person to admit if I'm wrong. I'm not, I'm not out to impress you guys. I want to impress you with this. I'm not trying to, with my award-winning personality. So funky in here. Here's places where you need to be careful, okay? There's a lot of voids. These are the voids. It's very deep. There's hardly any sun in here, and there's drifts. And you can end up easily just falling up to your waist or whatever, or even further, because sometimes, the ground has natural dips in it, and then up here is the snow, and you can end up going 10 feet, 12 feet. And there's no way you're getting out. Not in this heavy. This is all wet and heavy. Ooh, that's definitely it. That looks like an animal cave. Goes up in there. That's too dark. No activity coming out or going in. Alright, over now. It absolutely killed me, but I made it. Just to get a glimpse of where I really want to go. A place that all of those little signs and structures I found today are going to lead me to where it's just going to be payday. It's guys, it's where they live. It's where they hang out. That's that they're always, if they make an elaborate structure, they don't just walk away. It's there for a reason, and they're always by them. These little ones I found coming up, no, those are the signs. You know, those are maybe they're perches, maybe there's little stages where they hang out. I don't know if they're lookouts, or I don't really think they even need lookouts. I've been saying that for a year, but I'm starting to wonder if that's even. But I see these perches. I see these little lookouts. Up on the way up. Like, these guys cover all bases. So anyway, let me zoom in because I can't see my screen because of the sun. But I think I see like some weird trees up there. Can't really tell. And like already, you know what I mean? Like, let's see if I can do it that way. You can see it takes the camera even a while to get up there. The one thing about Zoom, guys, is that, it'll, for those that don't know, it'll always try to zoom on, on whatever's in front. Like if there's just one stick, like 10 feet in front of me, it's going to want to zoom on that, not up there. Come on, baby. There we go. I'm almost sure it's summertime. You could just probably stand here, or maybe get beyond these trees in front of me, and just pan that ridge line, and I'll bet you anything you'd get timestamps. They're clearly up there. I mean, I don't know what happens in the wintertime, but in the summertime, there's no question about it. They'd be staring at me right now. Back in those woods, oh my God, did you guys see my hair? That was like, it was an energy. There was like, I'm not saying it's Sasquatch either. I believe it's the beings that hang around them, and they don't seem to leave in the wintertime. Me and Callie got the same exact creatures on both cameras that are extremely good, in my opinion, the pictures. You can see the colors. One's kind of red, one's kind of white. And they look to be like brothers or something. So yeah, that's where I gotta go. This is why I'm looking forward to this, you guys. I'm gonna be full time. And I'm gonna be able to go up and, oh, look at that. Holy shit. You guys, I told you, look. It's like I'm talking to my sister. Alright, check it out. Look what I see. How do I get that? Where is that? I think it's right there. Look. I told you guys that they would lead me there, and I don't know about those. I just saw those as I moved over a little bit. I was filming to the right. Look, that's them. Those are beautiful. Okay, you guys, that's their home. This is where they live, okay? Those structures led up to there. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Do you know what kind of a privilege it is to be able to find these worlds? To be able to find something that exists that nobody knows about. Nobody. Oh my God, now I want to go up there. I don't think I have time to go up there. My feet are soaking wet. I'm 2 miles probably from my... Oh, wow. I knew I'd see something like that, but not right there. Wow. Look at that, you guys. Sorry that I say you guys all the time. I'm from New Jersey. But look at that, you guys. It's just so insane. Double X, right? I'm not seeing it as well as the computer will. Wow. I see something else up there. What is that? There's something green up there. I'm gonna zoom on it. I can't. All right, let me get closer. Holy shit, all right, bye. I'll notice that too, see that? Like, it's just a tree that it's been snapped. Every branch has been snapped and left for dead. And the rest are alive, and it just makes it look like eerie. It's like different. All right, I turned the camera off and I gave him a big, like, kind of a scream whoop type of thing. I swear, I couldn't tell because I was walking, but I got some kind of response. Swear to God to you, I swear. You're just gonna have to believe me. I just don't know what, because, you know, when you're going like this, it muffled it just enough, but it was a clear echo from like up there. I swear, I promise. They're there, and I was just like, I love you guys. I was waving. Oh, okay, look, anybody that knows anything about Bigfoot is gonna be impressed with this. I managed to get a little closer. I don't know how I'll ever get up there. I'll probably have to walk and come up that way. Look at that. I mean, I knew I'd see that, but I didn't think it'd be right there. You guys, you gotta go high altitude. You know, the insane stuff, if that's wind, it would happen down there, okay? Not always just at high altitude. Look at that. Let me see if I can get a picture. Sorry, my monopod's going into the snow. Wow. I wonder if me and Callie could do that tomorrow. I have to work tomorrow. We're not going to do it tomorrow because I gotta... Oh, you guys, this is good. This is the beginning of basically 5 miles, 10 miles away of Holy Cross. Even though it's not considered Holy Cross, this connects to it. You know, everywhere you look, you'll see some kind of a bend or something strange. And my guess is they did that one when it was really young. Just kind of looking around. Just waiting to see if I get another noise. Here's the thing about Sasquatch, you guys. Once they know you're looking, it's happened to me now many, many times. They don't move. Okay, so when you're looking for movement, because that's what we expect, you won't get any. They will literally, even if you have eyes on. I've had eyes on, locked eye to eye, from less than 100 yards away, and he won't move. And they do something to you. It's bizarre. They won't move. They just freeze up. So it's completely the opposite of what you might expect. They just stare at you. I'm seeing stuff up in the hill. What is that? I'm gonna have to hold the camera. What is that? All right, you know what? Let me try to get that with the tripod, because I saw whatever that is move. It's moving. It's up higher now. Hold on a second. How do I get that? How do I steady this? I have no angle from. I'm on a rock. Let's see if I can do this. Sorry, you guys. Just bear with me here. This is what fast forward's for. It's gone. No, it's not. See, on the camera, it looks like nothing now. And sometimes, you know, it really looks like something, and then I see it on the computer. I'm like, what the heck? It doesn't. You can tell exactly what it is. But it can't hurt for a zoom anyway up there. So someone yesterday was like, hey, you know, zoom up there and look for movement, you know, so that's what I would think. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'll tell you, when they know you're around, I believe you're going to get very little movement. It just doesn't happen unless when you catch them by accident. Oh, I've had peekaboo contests. And that's when I know I surprised him. This was a big white one, and he had smooth skin. It was weird, huge. And he's in my Bigfoot universe. He knows me. He's my buddy. He's kind of a dork. It's funny, and you know, you can have fun like that. And I saw plenty of movement then, especially when I watched him walk into place. You know what I mean? I was walking up this way. He was walking down to get visual. Saw me. Couldn't believe that I saw him. And then he went right back. There was a big rock or some kind of obstruction. And he ducked, but he kind of did it was like very graceful duck. And then he came back up again just with his eyes. It was so cool. I have it on video. And you can actually see it very well. Oh, you guys, just wait, okay? Just wait. This is going to be so amazing this summer when I can get up there. I normally don't do long videos. I'm guessing this one's going to be a long one. The hell. I'm no Anthony Moffat explorer, but I'm all Sasquatch, you know what I mean? But if I see something cool, I'll show you. It's kind of a little cave there. But again, there's a backside, and I don't see any. I'll tell you, the activity down here. See, this is where they are up there, and I believe if they don't leave here, that they're somehow underground or something. They have like elaborate, 10,000-year-old, like I said, don't be surprised if there's not a Motel 6 down there. And I was told by this medium, this famous medium that speaks to Bigfoot, so I know I'm having trouble with it too, that they actually cover up their ground. They do live underground, and they use technology to cover their entrances. So in other words, their entrance could be that right there, that tree. To me, it's a tree. I know it's hard to believe, but believe me, if something's that far advanced, it's not that far. In 10,000 years, you guys would think that was no big deal. Right now, it's a big deal. Just like holding this camera and being able to show you guys this, 100 years ago would seem like I was an alien. So keep in mind, I believe that these creatures are leaps and bounds ahead of us in evolution, and they have tricks and magic and, believe it or not, technologies that fool us. Check it out. I got something else. Look at that, you guys. It just keeps going all the way up the hill. I have to go up there. I'm going to lose my mind. Where is it? Look at that. Okay, now this is a universal symbol they use, okay? Just ask Mark Para, okay? I got to tell Mark to watch this part. Oh, you guys, maybe I'll throw a few in. This is what they do. That is a very meaningful structure. I see it everywhere, anywhere there's a world, anywhere where they live, and they're there all the time. I see that. It's usually 2 and 2. Sometimes they'll use 3 up, and sometimes they'll turn it sideways, but it's the same exact structure. And boom! And I showed you the other one back there. I can't see from here. So 1, 2, the sickest X. God, can you only imagine what's up there? So. To be continued, I guess. All right, I found this cool place. There is like 5-6 feet of snow up there, you guys. I'm not kidding. I'm down. I came down. I'm kind of pointing at the same hill, but I was way up there when I was filming those. And look. I have this random dried out spot. I'm thinking it might be the elk because I see poop right there. So I was able to catch my breath at least, and I wanted to get a pan up there. I'm not panning for structures now. I want to go for timestamps. I believe that if they were up there, there's no doubt. At this point, that they're watching me because I was making a lot of noise. My guess would they be watching me anyway. And I heard a blatant response. I wish I just wasn't moving when I heard it. Hurry up and get out of here. I'm way up here. And it's 3:30. I should make it out, no problem. Look at that. The tree right above me is making, the branches are naturally making an X. Man. Okay, so here's the plan. Wait until snow melts. I can't even tell you the amount of spots that we have that are going to be, I promise you guys, it's going to blow your mind. I promise, just wait, okay? We're going to walk up here. I'm not talking about this, about the other places, but this is going to be the same, just as good, I believe. We're going to walk right up, I can get up in this corner. It's going to suck for a little while, but once we finally get to the top way up there, I believe it's not so bad, and it's going to be just like Structure City. I mean, if you saw what I saw before, you just know this is the beginning of awesomeness. So, all right, guys, what a day! I am so happy. I just want to take this time, to thank you guys so much for letting me vent this out. This is all this is. It's kind of, I think Rio used to say the same thing, like, listen, this is just, it's a venting, you know what it's like to see that stuff and know for sure what it is, and not be able to be like, hey man, look at this. This is so cool. Like, because you were bordering on a realm that just doesn't exist, or at least we thought it didn't. And it's not that I want to go tell the world. I just want to be able to, tell a few people. And the YouTube thing, who knew I'd have 5,000 subscribers? I figured I'd have 50 or something. My friends. And because it's just become such good stuff, I don't think it has anything to do with me, why I have 5,000 subscribers. I believe it's just what I'm showing you. Yeah, so it's just a venting thing. Thank you. Over now. I know I said goodbye already, but as I descended down the hill, you get down here, there's just nothing. Like, I know I'm in an open area right now, but you can look in even to the aspens there. I have a few structures in those pines over there, but you'll just see there's just no activity. I mean, you guys, even trees don't fall down with the wind much up here. It just doesn't happen. These trees are so strong. The only ways these aspens fall down is with a disease. They just don't blow over. Is it possible? I don't know. I think sometimes the big ones, like, if it's old and 100 years old, yeah, because the roots were shallow or whatever, and the wind blew it came up. And the roots will spider and the thing just falls over. These new ones, these are like seedlings practically, probably, 10, 15 years old, something like that. And they're not going to fall over. So when you go in the middle of these things and you see a perfectly symmetrical X in the middle of them, it's not the wind. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. And then you finally get up to where no human beings ever go. Like, I'm telling you guys, nobody, even most extreme hikers, they just don't go there. Like, the only people that are extreme, they do stuff like that. They'll climb an open face where everyone can see them so they could show off. And, they got the ropes and they're doing, rappelling, which is actually a lot of fun. I'm not trying to make fun of those guys. I actually love to rappel. It's awesome. I don't do it on my own only because I'm not, I actually can do it pretty good, but I'm not qualified. Like, I don't have, you want someone there that's done it many times to make sure your harness is good. And so when I have a buddy that is a really good rappeller, we can take some, some easy way downs sometimes. That's fun. But you know what I mean? They don't go up there. There's nobody goes up there, and the Bigfoots know it, and that's why there's elaborate, gigantic, massive triple, double X's and things in the sky and all that stuff happens up in those forests, because and let's just say this random, hermit guy went up there, he's just going to walk, he's just not even looking, he's just trying to get to the woods, so it's not an issue for them. But they're going to get two to three visitors as soon as the snow's gone. I'm so excited about that. So anyway, you guys, unless I see something crazy, I am trying as fast as I can. I got about a mile to go to get back to my bike and get home, because my feet are soaking wet, and I'll do my best maybe to try to put this up real quick if I can. All right, over and out. All right, now still descending down. Not mind-blowing, but I thought it was worth showing. Okay, you have this really matted down area that's clearly dry as a bone. I'm assuming, game, right? I don't see any. I saw some other ones up here like this that were bigger, and like where I was sitting, and there was poop all over the place. I'm not seeing any here. but it could be. So, but I just found, what I found interesting is this. You know, it's I don't usually look at these, you guys. I look for the, Dan loves this little stuff, and stuff on the ground and stuff, which is really interesting. But I'm looking for those massive X's like in the sky. I want the extreme, you know. But this is really cool. I don't know if you can see. You see how this is all, I don't want to mess with it too much, been put in there? Look at this. So blatant. It's a star. I can show you stars like that are literally, you know, have a circumference of 50 feet around, that look exactly like that, or if not, you know, they're much prettier, but, you know, it depends what kind of wood you use. That's why, you know, you see some people, I see people criticizing, I think they even use my name, like, you suck, go look at Colorado Bigfoot stuff, and I was like, you know what, that's not nice, because you understand where these guys are, they do the same thing, but they have different wood and stuff, and it's just a different situation, and they do tend to do more discreet things like this. The only place, you know, that I see these huge, gigantic things are these high elevations, you know, coming out of Canada. You know, I'm sure other countries that don't do this must have mind-blowing stuff. So that is my goal, you guys. If I can get through this summer and not have to go back to work, I will fly all around the world. If you guys can listen to an idiot babble on and on, I will show you the most amazing stuff. Hey, you know what else? There's always mute. You can just mute me and like look at the picture like this. Okay, so that was kind of cool, right? And then right next to it, this is amazing. This thing comes up. Let's get close. It comes up, comes through this one, goes that way, and it's against that one. It kind of makes like a kind of an X, sort of. So this to me, whether this is matted down by game or Bigfoot, I believe this is probably some kind of a hangout. You know, I see it all the time. In a perfect little summer hangout that's strategic, cannot be seen this way, cannot be seen this way, and typically if someone's walking, there's a path like up there, you probably just see their head, so a good spot to hide. And then whatever else is on the ground, you know, over here, I don't know, it's under the snow. Alright, that's all. I keep trying to end the video, but I'm so excited to be out here, I really am. And so if I see something, I'm turning it on. I don't care, because we honestly, it's a little premature. We could get snow again. You know, I'm waiting. I'm just excited. That's all. So I'm just showing you everything I see and find, and this is all new to me. So it's exciting. All right, fine. Wind did it, but my wind's better than yours. Let's put it that way. Look at that. That's so cool. You guys realize that structure right there? I better not say. I don't want to give away where I am. I'm not far from somewhere. I don't want to give it up. It's not that I, you know, want to keep it a secret. I just don't, you know, I don't think it's a good idea for, I think the Bigfoot, that's one of the problems they have with me, is I tell people about them. But yeah, look at that. And then I look over there, you know, of course there's a branch that's hanging and it's all weird, you know, right before you go in. And it's just like that one tree is holding that whole structure up, and there's just stuff all through there, as you can see right there too. So close. This is so close. So I'm guessing this is some sort of like a, I don't know, like a hangout or something, and then, you know, the real deal up there. Over and out.